Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the River Orwell in Ipswich. Literally on my doorstep. That behind me, or in front of me should I say, over there, is the Orwell Bridge. Very well known bit of architecture in Suffolk. And of course, it's an estuary fishing session, which means one thing and one thing only. It is Saturday, the 17th of January 2026. And it's now around about 20 past 9 in the morning. High tide is at 20 past 11. And I'm down here looking for flounders. Now this could be one of those sessions where we don't see a bite. I'm not going to lie to you, because the flounders here are stupidly rare. They used to be in abundance here. You used to be able to get some chunky, really big, nice flounders. However, as years have passed, numbers have declined massively. Massively the numbers have declined. But the odd one or two does still come out. And with the conditions the way they are today, absolutely spot on. It's beautiful. Sort of a east-southeasterly wind, blowing up to about 5-6 miles an hour. Absolutely protected here, sheltered. You can see the river, the estuary itself, is flat calm. Perfect flounder conditions. It really is. It's just a case of whether or not they're here. So we're going to probably fish it up to high, maybe down the other side, 2.5–3 hours, depending on how fast this tide goes out. Let's see if we can get ourselves a rare River Orwell flounder in this session. And there we have it. The rods are in the water. First cast after one of these elusive Suffolk flounders. Trust me, if we get one today, for a lot of you out there, you won't understand, but it is a very big thing for me to catch one out of here. I've been hunting Orwell flounders for a long time. I've had them right at the top of Felixstowe, which is a good few miles that way, but we're right up tide in the Orwell here. For Ipswich, it's just the other side of that bridge. You go through Ipswich docks, it then turns to fresh water. But they are up here. There has been flounder caught this year, maybe 2 or 3 I've seen online caught by people. So you do get the odd one floating around. But like I say, they used to be prolific in here. You used to be able to get some really big chunky flounders in here, but over the years, the pot fishermen caught them all and used them as pot bait, and that wiped them out. You know, it really did. It wiped them out quite badly. And unfortunately, they're not really about anymore. And it's nice to see a Suffolk halibut every now and then, you know? Like I say, we get them on the coast, and even then they're quite rare around here. They're not really a species that you can go out and primarily sit there and target like you do down south. See a lot of the anglers down south, you know, fishing for flounders. I've watched some brilliant videos this year, some really good anglers. And I love that sort of fish. And it's a bit downheartening when you look at it and you think to yourself, I wish we had flounder fishing like that. But hey ho, it is what it is. And the sun's out. What is that big bright yellow burning thing in the sky? That is amazing. Big shout out to Tyler. I know you're going to be watching this. Local lad, just come walking up the beach with his dog, Milo I think it was. Had a chat with him, he watches the channel. Mate, you're an absolute legend. If, I didn't say it to you at the time, but if you fancy a session very soon, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and we'll go out, mate, we'll get a session in together and we'll try and get you some fish, all right? Nice one. So, I'm gonna sit here and stand here and bask in this sun. I've got a little bit of snacky snacks down there because I'm going through lunchtime. Got my meal deal. That was a, no it wasn't. If that was a bite, oh my word. I actually thought that was a bite, then I just turn around and see the tip start banging. But no, it was the rod rolling over. Right, anyway. We're in, we're fishing. Let's see what happens in this session. We're about an hour away from high tide. And no sign of any flounders yet.
No! Hey, no! It's not near your line.
Nah, they're over there, mate. Bless.
Come on.
It's about an hour before high tide. Still no sign of any flounders. You never know. We could see one. I really do hope we catch one. I really do. Haven't seen any bites or anything yet at all. but you never know. Anything could happen. They are in here. They're just very, very rare and hard to catch. Hope you're enjoying the drone footage I'm putting on the videos now. It's great fun. It really is. It's like a little hobby now that my mind's constantly thinking different shots, different things I can do with it, you know. This is a lovely place to do because you've got the Orwell Bridge in the background, and it's quite nice sort of aesthetics around here, so you can fly around and get some good shots. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. And to the OGs that have been here for ages, thank you very much for sticking by me. Really appreciate it. Subscribers are ticking up. You know, I'm not really one for numbers. I don't care about numbers. You know, it is nice to see them tick up, don't get me wrong, but I'm not one that's literally sitting there focusing on how many views I'm getting, how many subscribers I'm getting, because that don't really matter to me. I'm doing this just for fun. Never going to charge you at all to be a member of the channel. That to me is just something which, don't know. I'll keep my thoughts to myself on that one, but to me, YouTube is a thing that people do for free. You watch it for free. Memberships. People saying I'm doing this so I can afford bait and stuff like that, not being funny. The way I've always looked at things is if you can't afford to do it, you don't do it. But there you go. Hey ho, it is what it is. It's beautiful out here. It really is. The sun, you know, was out. Not much of a breeze. The river's calm. There's a few birds flying around squawking. But those rod tips ain't started rattling yet. I really do want to just see a bang bang. Even a little schoolie. Anything today out of this little area here will do me well. Where I am today, I'm at the place called Nacton Shores. I parked at Piper's Vale car park, which is over in that direction. It's about a 15-minute walk here. Very easy walk. Undulating pathway through a very nice grassy area. Free parking. And then you just walk down under the bridge, keep following the path down, and you come out to this little area. And to be honest with you, you can fish anywhere from here all the way up the top. And you can fish on the other side of the river as well. Over there, you've got a place called the Strand, which is where I was going to go today. It's the other side of the Orwell Bridge. But problem with over there is you don't get as much time for fishing. Tide don't really hang around that much. And also, I didn't really want to be flying the drone too close to the bridge. One, if it went too high and I caused a crash, I'll be in a lot of trouble. And two, I'll probably end up hitting the bridge and losing the drone in the middle of the river, which isn't a very good thing either. So, lovely. I'll go through the rods, reels, baits, tactics next with you once I reel in. And you never know, one of those elusive Suffolk halibut could show their faces very soon. Got about 20 minutes before high tide. And not a rattle. You never know. Anything could happen at the end of the day. One thing that has surprised me today here is there's not a lot of dog walkers. If you come here, normally, on a Saturday or a Sunday, fair enough, more in the summer, but it is absolutely rammed with dog walkers here. You got a little grass bit behind me. That will normally have people sitting on it. What's on there? Nothing's on there. You have people having picnics on there. You have dogs running around. You have people wading into the water. But today it's dead. Seen a few dogs, a few walkers. But apart from that, it's really quiet. Which I ain't gonna lie to you, it is blooming lovely. Because one thing I did think about this place today when I was coming here, I was a little bit worried I was going to get inundated with questions from members of the public, which I don't mind. But I'll be honest with you, today I just really wanted a nice, relaxing session. That is all I wanted to do today. Come out, chill out, try for one of these flounder. And if I didn't get one, I don't get one. But it's more about decompressing today and just relaxing. You know, that's what fishing is all about. And that's what today was going to be all about. Coming out, decompressing, having a bit of fun, seeing if I could get one of these little flatty halibut Suffolk fish. But at the minute, nil point. I'd love to see a bass or a mullet though. You never know, it could happen. But we'll keep trying. Got another couple of hours down over high tide, and there could be one turn up. Well, I think high tide is more or less upon us, so before I cast this out, I'm just going to show you what I'm using today. I'm using my old school Gray's PZ matches. Lovely light rods, nice tip on them, bah, 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 bah. Lovely bite, perfect for this sort of fishing. River Orwell 7HT turbo loaded up with 16-pound line, I believe. That is through to a 60-pound shock leader. And I'm fishing on the business end, flappers, blow lug baits. But as you can see on them flappers, I've put some beads on there and some attractants. That is because flounders are a predatory species. They love attractants, they love spoons, they love beads, anything like that in the water. They will see it, they will chase it, it will attract them. Same as plaice, same in theory as dabs. Dabs not so much. Beads don't really matter for dabs or anything like that, whereas plaice and flounders, they really do. And I'm using plain leads on both of these rods as well, mainly because if there is any movement to that tide, I would like to see a little bit of movement rolling along the bottom of the river, because like yet again, them flounders love a bit of movement, and plain leads are absolutely spot on for them. Don't get me wrong, you will catch them on a static bait. However, if you have a plain lead, that will keep that bait moving, attract them, taps into their predatory instincts, they'll chase the bait and they'll hit it. Every now and then while I'm fishing, what I'm doing, I'm giving it a little reel every few minutes as well, just giving it a little bit of a twitch, because as that comes through the bottom of the sediment, it puffs up the bottom of the water. Those fish taps into the predatory instinct and they absolutely smash the bait. You're right, mate. They smash that bait, it will absolutely whack that rod tip round. But hey ho, there we go. Right, high tide. Are them flounders gonna be here? Who knows? You never know. Maybe we'll pick some up on the ebb. We'll see. That is now ebbing out fairly quick. It's about half an hour after high, and as per usual in this place, that water is disappearing at quite a rate of knots. But it could put the fish on the feed, you never know. Still no bites, but you gotta be in it to win it, and we're giving it a go. I do like to try these things, don't get me wrong, it's lovely to go out and catch fish all the time. However, I find it more fun and challenging, rather than doing something that's easy and going where you know there's going to be fish, to try and something a little different and trying to actually accomplish something with my fishing. Like catching a flounder from here, now that would be an achievement. However, it might not happen, but you never know. And this bloody sliding reel seat is spinning around everywhere. Right, get this one in. Might try putting one out as far as I can, because you never know, they might be out a bit deeper. I do like to try close in for flounders, don't get me wrong. That's where I've had nearly all my success in the past with flounders, is close in. But as I say, you never know here. They could be in the deep a bit. Right, let's get some more lugworm on. Let's get some more baits out. And let's see if we can actually pick something up. left-hand rod is now out quite a distance. Put it right out there because this water is ebbing out mad quick, like absolutely crazy quick. It always does here. It is a very shallow venue. You normally get 2 hours either side of height, if you're lucky, 3, but normally 2, which is what I reckon we're gonna have today. I reckon by 1 o'clock, it's gonna be unfishable because I ain't walking out on the mud because I've done it plenty of times here before and I've walked in it and it's gone up to my knees and I've become stuck and had to literally slide myself out and slide myself across the mud. Lesson learned, I'd never do it again. I have utmost respect for all the bait diggers that dig in and around these rivers locally to us because the ground is all the same. It's all soft sediment, soft mud, and those lads put some effort in to get those worms. So people like Jordan, who digs the worms around here, and others, utmost respect for you boys, because without you, I wouldn't get bait, because I wouldn't be able to dig this stuff. So, like I say, the rods are out on this ebb. Flounders in the Orwell, I've covered it already, but they are almost on par with probably codlin, to be honest with you, in Suffolk. You can pick them up, but to target them is hard. To catch one, lucky if you get one. Normally pick them up like I have seen people like Luke Macaulay, who does another YouTube channel. He's had some flounders, or a flounder, I can't remember how many. A bit further up when he's bass fishing. Nice sized fish as well, you know, fair play to him and the lads he's fished with. But I just want to target them in this session. Just come out and relax. And I have relaxed. I'm not gonna lie, like I say, it is a really nice relaxing session, decompressing. Got a few lug and just sit down here and I haven't been pestered by anybody. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. However, just want them rod tips to twitch. That is all I want right now, is for those rod tips to go. It could happen. Just watching the tugs go past, I think there's gonna be another big boat coming in a minute. Ipswich dock's quite a busy dock, to be honest with you. Get some quite big boats up there. You wouldn't afford it, but you do. Right, I digress. I'm moving off of the subject matter, which is flounders. It'd be lovely to get one. It really would. Ain't got long to get one though. So if it has happened, it's got to happen soon. And relax. How chilled out is this? It's not all about the catching, it's really not. This is bliss today. It really is. I'm in my own little bubble. A couple of people walk past and say hello. But it is just pure relaxation. The water's calm, birds flying around, making some noise. You've got a few boats coming past. And the smell down here is beautiful today. It just smells really salty, really fishy. What a day, but I'm hungry. Lunchtime, woohoo, meal deal, co-op, egg and bacon with mayonnaise on salted bread, cheese and onion crisps, and a Dr. Pepper Zero. I do like the old Dr. Pepper Zero. On a bit of a healthier one this year, over Christmas. I wouldn't say believe it or not, because you will believe it. I put on 9 pounds in December in weight. Don't get me wrong, I had quite a lot of time off work. I'd saved up my holiday. I think I worked a week, had a week off, worked a week, and then I had nearly 2 weeks off work. And then that time, all I was doing was eating. And I put 9 pounds on, which is absolutely insane. But there you go, that's me. I'm a bit gluttonous when it comes to food. I'm a foodie, I love my food, I can't help but eat it. So I've decided to go yet again, a bit healthy. I ain't doing no exercise. I can't really do much exercise. I've got bad knees, bad ankles. Because years ago I used to box, used to do a lot of running, boxing. And believe it or not, my ankles and my knees from doing that, keeping healthy, are absolutely smashed to pieces. Which isn't good. Can't run because my back goes. Which is another story entirely as to how I got that, but I ain't going to go into that. That was a career path I went down a few years ago. And from doing that, lower back is absolutely trashed. 9 mile speed marches, amazing. Great fun. Oh dear, but yeah, hey ho. Yummy. Malted bread too. Delicious. Right. Anyway, I digress. If that tip goes round, it'll be a bonus. Just being here today is enough for me. This is absolutely chilled out to the max. Bites, 0. Look how much that water is now ebbing out stupidly quick. But we still have chance. We still have time. That could be a crab, or it's weed. A little bit of weed on the line. This is the one that was out quite a distance. But there shouldn't be much weed out there. It should be above it. I reckon it's a crab. Let's have a look at what we got. Weed falling off. Little tiny bit of weed around the bucket lid, and all the bait's gone. So there is probably crabs out there. Deeper water, warmer water, probably has got crabs out there, to be honest with you. I'll get this other one in, get a couple more baits on, and we'll keep trying. You never know, it could happen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm probably going to make this my last cast for both rods, because that water is ebbing out at an extreme rate of knots, and I'm soon not going to be able to keep close enough bosh to be fishing effectively. So, no bites yet. These last casts could produce, you never know. But as regular viewers to my channel will know, I get out once a week. I've got a little baby at home. I've got a job, which means I work nights, so I sleep during the day, work at night. So therefore, I don't get to go out at all, really, apart from once a week, which is what I film. So basically, every session you see on my channel is the only time I've been out fishing that week, and I film it. So you're basically following my whole fishing life. I don't get the opportunity to go out fishing and blank, not catch, to go out the next night and do a film instead. And then say, oh, this is my session for the week. No, this is what I do. And I post it up, good or bad. I've been fishing a lot of years, so to be honest with you, I've got nothing to prove. I know I can catch fish, I know I can fish. So I haven't got to make out I never blank by putting out all these videos. This is reality. No fakeness on this channel at all. This is all truth and reality. I've got nothing to prove. It is real. Everybody blanks. Everybody has rubbish sessions. Everybody has good sessions. So, last cast. If you're watching it and you got this far and you haven't yet subscribed, that's a QR code. That QR code, if you hold your phone camera, because I know a lot of you watch this on the TV, turn your camera on your phone on, hold it up to the TV screen on the QR code. It will take you to my channel on YouTube. It's not a scam. It costs nothing. I will never charge you anything to watch my channel, ever. Great believer in that. Hit the subscribe button and give the video a like. It just helps algorithms to see my videos, maybe push them out to a bit more of a wider audience. But the last cast, maybe. Depends how this goes. If we get a fish this cast, I'll probably give it another go. If we don't get one, I'm gonna give it 25 minutes. And then the next thing you'll see will be me reeling in and saying goodbye. It could happen, you never know, it really could. And that is it. The end of the session. What can I say? No flounder. It was a long shot. It was worth a go though. Like I say, I like doing these things. I could go out and do videos where I catch every time, you know, I know places in the area that have got fish, but I like to mix it up. I like to do different things. A lot of you out there probably won't subscribe to this because you're like, why do I want to watch that? But I'm doing it for my own personal gain, to be honest with you. I can look back in years to come. I've got my little baby, 6 months old, and I can just show her all these videos of things I've done, gone out, tried, maybe I caught, maybe I didn't. And like I say, I really fancy trying for a flounder, but we didn't get one. Will I come out again trying for one? Maybe. I might well do. I might try on the other side in a few weeks' time, see what happens. Obviously the place are coming, so I'm going to start getting down south after the place. That won't be long at all before they turn up. Plus various other little travelling here and there as well over the year. So, like I say, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, give it a like. That's me done. I'm out of here. I'm going home. You take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you by the water very soon.